Hey there, race fans! Welcome back to the GTCC for race number 6 of the championship. Today we are at Brands Hatch in the UK. And here are the current standings. I'm in position number 1 with 99 points. Mikey Doble a close second with 95. Third is Tom Ingram with 82 points. In fourth is Aaron Tyler Smith with 79. Fifth is Adam Morgan with 73. Sixth, Josh Cook with 69 points. Then it's Ashley Sutton and Daryl DeLeon sharing 7th position with 67 points. Then we have in 9th Sam Osborne with 54, and in 10th is Colin Turkington with 53 points. Well, it's almost race time, so let's move on to the track. It is a fantastic looking day out there at Brands Hatch, and yep, that weather might not actually last because it is England, and we know what that means. Weather can switch in a heartbeat. As you can see, the drivers are out on track trying to get the measure of the track and the weather conditions so that they get those cars all set up for the current racing conditions. Now, as you know, the grid start will be the race finish positions from last race, so that will be the grid lineup once they get out on track. So they'll pop into the pits now after their final laps that they're doing right now, get the cars set up for today's race conditions, and yep, we'll see you on the track when they're just about to start the race. And there's the starting grid. We are looking at quite a bunch of cars. What a sight that is. I'm in the Toyota Celica in position number 1, but just keep an eye on Mikey Doble on the right of your screen there on row number 1 in the Maserati. That car is extremely quick off the line, as is the Porsche which is behind him, and the Ford Mustang behind me in position number 3. I think this is going to be a really interesting race. It is a track that I know very, very well, so yep, we are doing things a little differently this time. I'll be commentating from the trackside cameras in the commentary booth today. So anyway, without further ado, let's get this race on the go. And there we go, the race is on, and straight away Mikey Doble moves up into first position. Daryl DeLeon overtakes me as well, with the Jaguar hunting me down around the outside as well, so looking like the Jaguar's passed. A bit of argy-bargy going on between me and the Jaguar. Daryl DeLeon holds second position with the Ford Mustang, and there we go, around the turn, holding the apex. The Jaguar gets past though, and I've got Chris Smiley and Tom Ingram wanting to get through on the inside in the Porsche and the BMW M2. There's the rest of the pack following in behind us. What a busy start, but a very, very clean start as well. No terrible incidents through that first turn. Down to 4th position now, chasing Adam Morgan's Jaguar F-Type, the HSBC Jaguar F-Type. He's chasing DeLeon, and Mikey Doble in first position, right out ahead of the pack. Tom Ingram is behind us in the Porsche 993, I think it is. It's a 911 993, a really nice looking car there. Lots of power on the back end. I'm wondering if that might be something he needs to worry about on this track, particularly on that last sequence of turns before the start finish straight. But the Celica seeming to hold its own right now. Cars tyres are now obviously going to be starting to warm up now. Lap times will probably start getting quicker once we get to lap 2 or 3. But the Celica, really good little car. Tom Ingram chasing us in the Porsche, and behind him is Sam Osborne driving the AMG. But we seem to be losing some ground on that Jaguar, and the Mustang also looks like the Mustang got a little sideways. The Jaguar right up on the back of him. I got in between the two, trying to take that inside line. A slight knock onto the side of the Mustang, but keeping the position in position number 3 after overtaking the Jaguar. Mikey Doble's still way out in the lead, but we are fighting with Daryl DeLeon in that Mustang, trying to get past the big V8. Got the car into a little bit of a slide. Going to lose some time through that section, although we did get the quickest section, or the quickest sector through there. But Adam Morgan taking advantage of that spin that we've had, and the power of the Jaguar pulling him right up next to us, with the Porsche also catching up. I took the inside, Jaguar of Adam Morgan taking the outside, having to back off slightly, but the power of that Jaguar keeping him right on the outside and on the better line, giving him the outside and more opportunity to just keep on the accelerator. He gets past us, the Porsche right on our tail now too, and we have now dropped into 4th position. Tom Ingram fighting to get that position from us. Osborne catching up as well with the Mercedes. Mikey Doble still way out in the lead as we try to get the inside on the Jaguar. We seem to get the pass done. Jaguar is staying on the outside. Tom Ingram in the Porsche, now in 5th position, chasing Adam Morgan's Jaguar, but Adam Morgan not letting up, right on the back of us. Daryl DeLeon in 1st position, holds the quickest lap of the race, a 1:39.861, as we seem to be holding up the Porsche and the Jaguar. They're doing battle in there between us, or behind us. The Porsche on the inside, the Jaguar towards the outside. Here we come through a very twisty and technical section of the track. I don't seem to be doing too badly through that section lately, but it is a track that I do know very well, so I should have a decent shot of winning this race, although I did go wide there, and that is going to leave the Jaguar with an open door to get past us. Tom Ingram not quite able to get that pass done, but he's right on our tail now, looking for a way past. Osborne also catching up because of the error that I made, and I'm on the outside now with the other two looking for space, and it's out. I'm out onto the outside of the track on the grass, trying to keep out of harm's way, make sure that I'm not getting in anybody else's way, ruining anyone else's race. But fortunately it is an all-wheel drive car, so we can't really easily spin it out on the grass. Now dropped down into 9th position, Aaron Tyler Smith in front of us in the Subaru, but Colin Turkington really putting on the pressure with the Nissan Z33 Fair Lady. Behind him is Ashley Sutton in the Toyota MR2. We get past Ashley Tyler Smith, and now focusing on Chris Smiley's BMW M2. There's a magic car that. Around the outside, got a really good momentum through that final turn. Get around Chris Smiley, and now we come into the drop at the end of the start-finish straight. That is quite technical there. It's very, very easy to get the car spun out into the outer gravel pit, which we kept it clean. Chris Smiley now behind us, and Dan Camish ahead, and we get the best sector going through there. Daryl DeLeon still holding the quickest lap of the race. Camish in front of us in the Nissan GTR, chasing Sam Osborne's Mercedes AMG with the Petronas livery. Another quickest sector for me. So the Celica now seems to get getting to its own, or coming into its own now, with the tyre temperatures coming up to a decent level. Another quickest sector for me coming through there, so soon enough I'm thinking we may be able to get the quickest lap time if all goes smoothly. Chasing Dan Camish though, and Sam Osborne in front of him in 5th. Mikey Doble still leading the race, with Daryl DeLeon in the Ford Mustang in 2nd, Adam Morgan in the Jaguar F-Type holding 3rd. And down the inside getting Camish's GTR just not able to hold the line as easily as the very lightweight little Toyota Celica onto the brakes, and leading down into the start-finish straight behind Sam Osborne in the AMG Mercedes. Nice big wide car that, lots of power. AMG grunt So difficult one to get ahead of. It's got lots of power, very quick on acceleration as well, but right on its tail. The advantage with the Toyota Celica is that it is extremely light. The power to weight ratio is very, very good on the car, and the handling is quite good too, with it being all-wheel drive too. Around the outside of Sam Osborne, but he's fighting back, forcing us onto the outside, trying to keep it clean and not come into his door, so we do get onto the grass a little, but we did get an excellent exit out of the corner. Right next to him, door to door, coming down the straight. We have got the inside line here, which isn't the optimum because we're going to have to slow down to keep that apex, but Osborne backs off and gives us more room, so we do get the pass done. Into 5th position, Tom Ingram now our next man to overtake. He's in 4th position in the Porsche 911 993 GT3. Ahead of him, Daryl DeLeon. Adam Morgan has now moved into 2nd position, overtaking the Ford Mustang of Daryl DeLeon. Tom Ingram fighting to get into the mix of things there too. He's right on the back of the Mustang, as you can see them in the bottom of the screen now, chasing hard, trying to get the slipstream on the Mustang. We cross the start-finish line with the quickest lap of the race now, 1:39.197. The Celica is performing well, chasing position number 3 in the form of Daryl DeLeon in the Mustang. Tough field up at the front here. Really have to be on the limit to be able to take the positions. Pushing a little bit too hard got me down into 9th after going off the track earlier on. Managed to fight our way back now into 4th position, chasing Daryl DeLeon in the moment in the Mustang. Took the outside line out of the turns. Still not able to get enough power down to get past the Mustang, but we are in the slipstream, trying to take the outside line and force him onto the slower inside, but he does hold it quite nicely, but we get the advantage of the slingshot around the outside, and we get to position number 3, chasing Tom Ingram now. Mikey Doble still in 1st position. The Jaguar of the HSBC Jaguar did go into the pits. That is Adam Morgan, so he's one of the first to pit, and we're in 3rd position now. I do suspect that the others are going to be going in now, or at least the next lap. We'll see now as we go through. Yes, Daryl DeLeon has gone into the pits, as has Tom Ingram, so we now in 2nd position, chasing the leader of the race, Mikey Doble. Another quickest lap for us at a 1:38.626. So things looking really good for us out there. DeLeon and Ingram both going for hards as they go into the pits, chasing Mikey Doble now in the Maserati with our Toyota Celica GT4 all-wheel drive 4-cylinder turbo, going against the V8 power of the Maserati. We do get another quicker sector there. 2 wheels on the dirt. Fortunately, with it being a all-wheel drive car, it doesn't seem to affect the traction very much. Looking like we are actually closing down the gap between us and Mikey Doble at the moment. Chris Smiley has moved into 3rd position with all of the pit stops going on. Aaron Tyler Smith in the Subaru is in 4th, and Andrew Watson in the red and black Advan GTR is in 5th at the moment, with Ashley Sutton in the MR2 in 6th. So quite a busy time out there, with position swapping all the time because of the different fuel stop strategies that these cars have to take. Lots of different power and weight mixes out there, but all the cars between 601 and 602 performance points. Mikey Doble goes in as the race leader. He's going for hards by the look of it, and we move into position number 1, holding the quickest lap of the race as well with a, wow, no longer. Andrew Watson puts in a 137.893. We are no longer the quickest car on the track, although we are in position number 1 right now. Aaron Tyler Smith in the Subaru behind us in position number 2. Andrew Watson in 3rd. He's the quickest man on the track right now. Ashley Sutton in 5th with the Toyota MR2. But there we come past with the Toyota Celica, hugging that apex, gliding out to the outside with the power down, and we power out towards the bridge. Aaron Tyler Smith in the little Subaru WRX. That car absolutely lightning off the line. Very, very quick. Also got a very good power to weight ratio. But for now, it is all Toyota Celica in the front. An older car this, but definitely got the pedigree to be winning races here, as you've seen through the championship so far. We've won every race bar one. And in that one we came second, a very close second, chasing down Mikey Doble. Mikey Doble actually out of the pits and making positions up. He's ahead of Sutton now in position number 4. But now it's my turn to jump into the pits and do the tyre change. We've still got the Speedy B Lamborghini team livery on our pit crew. Or the uniform, not livery. There we go. We have got some repairs to get done as well to the car, because in that scrap on turn number 1 we did get a little bit of damage to the front wing and the aerodynamics, but we come out in front of Aaron Tyler Smith. Got a quicker pit stop than he did, but we are behind Ashley Sutton in the Toyota MR2. Mikey Doble in the Maserati has gone back into position number 1 with all of the changes we've had to the lineup because of the pit stops that are going on or have been going on. Andrew Watson still quickest with a 137.893. The Celica, nice composed now. It's got a fresh set of tyres on. It's got a full tank of fuel, and the aerodynamics issues that we had with the front are now fixed. So the car is in optimum position, optimal condition for the race. As we now reel in Ashley Sutton, who I believe is due for a pit stop. He's normally one of the last ones, or the last one, to go into the pits. The little MR2 extremely large on tyres and fuel in comparison to some of the other cars, running at least an extra 2 laps more than the big Maserati up in front, driven by Mikey Doble. But we've overtaken Ashley Sutton. I think he's suffering a little bit with handling due to the tyres at this point, but he should probably go in now. Around the outside of Mikey Doble, we take position number 1, and the Maserati shifts into 2nd position. He's much quicker than us on the straights, but we did get a very, very good exit out of the turn, so we do hold the position, and now into the drop that comes out after the start-finish straight. Quite a tough part of the track that, because you can easily end up in the gravel. Starting out, quicker sector for us again there. Sliding the car through the turn, the Maserati chasing us, but we're trying to get that quickest lap back from Andrew Watson. Hopefully we can do that. If he can keep the quickest laps going at 137s or consistently in the 137s, we should have a very big fight in our hands. He's currently in 7th position, so he does have to work through quite a lot of cars if he wants to get up to the front, but we seem to be making some ground up on Mikey Doble's Maserati at this point in time. As you can see him in the background there, a little bit further away than what we would normally see him. So the hards that he's chosen, he's opted to go for after that first pit stop. Maybe, getting a little bit too eager coming around the turn, braking a little too late. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe looking in the mirror instead of towards where the turn is. Managed to keep the car straight though, keep it on track. We did lose a little bit of ground there, but there is quite a big gap still between us and Mikey Doble in second. Sutton still in third, so he didn't go into the pits. So that's just showing how light on the fuel that car actually is. Aaron Tyler Smith in the Subaru is in fourth position now, and Chris Smiley's BMW is well behind him. Ashley Sutton has decided to eventually go into the pits, so it'll be interesting to see where he finishes up the race. It looks like he's going for a one-stop strategy, but currently it is still the Castrol GT4 with me behind the wheel that is in first position. Cloud cover coming in, so it looks like we may be getting some British weather coming through. We might have to pop in and change tyres if it starts raining. We have got intermediates and wets for just such an occasion if it does happen, but for now, the rain holding off, I don't know if that is going to come into play or not. It can rain at any time, but the gap seems to be growing between us and Mikey Doble. Aaron Tyler Smith in the Subaru is now in third behind Mikey, and Chris Smiley in the M2 is behind him in position number 4. Adam Morgan's Jaguar in position number 5 too, so I'm wondering where he's going to finish up, with that car proving to be very, very quick around this track. Judging by the first couple of laps, we really had to battle with him in order to get in front of him. Onto the brakes, taking this corner really, really carefully, because that drop really does play havoc with the little bit of a slide there by the Celica. Like I was saying, that corner really does play havoc with your grip. Getting the measure of the car quite nicely now with braking and accelerating at the same time. Getting the car into a slide to get the nose pointing in the right direction. Another quicker sector for us through there. We seem to be quite quick through there, but obviously not enough through the other sections to be able to beat that quickest lap of Andrew Sutton at 1:37.893. That is really, really quick as we go purple again for the next sector. So we're definitely on the pace in most of the race sectors, but not enough. Somewhere we are going wrong, and that is affecting us badly enough to not allow us to beat that fastest lap position. We're really going for it though, trying to get as much out of the car as possible to try and get that quickest lap back. But nothing we are able to do at this point in time seems to be enough. So Andrew Watson has got that feather in his cap. Mikey Doble behind us, but still, further and further away at this point. Oh, getting the car into a little bit of a slide there off the track. A bit wobbly. Almost got outsmarted by the drop. Kept the car in check. Sam Osborne is going to the pits in position number 8. Going a little bit wide there. Probably that little bit of a wiggle off track not helping the grip of the car. And let's see if we can improve on that sector. No, we didn't, not this time round. Probably because of that spin off. The car really looks good though, doesn't it? Such a great little car. Mikey Doble has managed to close the gap a little bit after those little incidents. Each little mistake that you make out there, there's another one going off the track into the grass. It may not slow you down, but it does mean you have to slow down a bit more. Yeah, as you can see, it's off the track again there. because the car not quite holding the road as it should after being on the grass. Got to be really careful with that, but as I said before, this car being four-wheel drive definitely does help in those kind of situations. It doesn't spin out as easily if you go off the track. But there we go, across the line, 4 seconds slower than Andrew Watson's best time, and we're catching up to one of the back markers here. Adam Morgan in the Jaguar going in for his second pit stop of the day with another set of hards. Mikey Doble still behind us, the gap looking like it's getting a little bit bigger. And Dan Zelos in the Audi way at the back of the pack. He's really struggling through the races with that car. So his team just not really getting the mix right on getting that car up to pace. There's something wrong with either the with the ratio of what he's running with the car. Maybe not enough power and too much focus on grip, or maybe it's the other way around, I don't know. But something definitely not right with that car. As we pass him, get him in between us and Mikey Doble. He's fighting for the position though, he's not doing too badly through there. You can see the Quattro of the Audi TT really coming into play. It's really planted through the corners. It just doesn't seem to be able to produce the results for Dan at the moment. Toyota out wide. Coming through the start-finish straight again. A better lap for us then, 2.7 seconds off Andrew Watson's time as opposed to 4 from last time. But Mikey Doble has gone in, as has Chris Smiley, as has Josh Cook. So a bunch of guys popping into the pits for another pit stop. That is going to allow us to get even further ahead. We have got the advantage of clean air in front of us, so I think that does definitely come into play, the physics. So we have more opportunity now to try to get the car even further ahead. Dan Camish now has decided to absolutely shatter the previous lap record, and Tom Ingram betters it even further. It was a 1:36 by Camish, and now a 1:35.815 set by Tom Ingram in the Porsche 911 993. So I think we have got a real fight in our hands to try and stay ahead here. Although it does look like we have got a substantial lead on whoever is in second right now, which is Aaron Tyler Smith in the Subaru WRX. Just maybe be able to see him coming into the shot as we exit. Not really, we are quite far ahead at the moment. But everybody has made their second pit stop, so we should be coming in anytime soon as well. We do have a little bit more range because I did set the car up on field map number 2, which does give us a little bit more range on the car, kind of to match the tyres, because the mediums do last a lot longer. So we've mapped the fuel ratio to try to match the longevity of the tyre. That'll give us a longer stint out on track, and then basically our last pit stop of the day, we'll only need to, we should be able to put in a lot less fuel than we would normally, because we've run more laps. So, well, that's the theory anyway. And wow, another absolutely shattering lap set by Adam Morgan, a 1:32.838. Our quickest lap was, if I'm not mistaken, a 1:37. So that is lightning quick in comparison. We are trying to push the envelope. You can see us going off track, but wow, that is a blisteringly quick time. that sector we are normally quickest, but we are 0.4 of a second off the pace now. So that's obviously where Morgan has been able to excel with getting his lap times in. But here we come in for our second pit stop. This should be the last one for the day. It is lap 16. We are at 27 minutes of the half an hour race, so only 3 minutes or just under 3 minutes left, which should mean we only need fuel for 2 laps. We come out of the pits. Mikey Doble has moved back into first position with the Maserati, and we have the quickest man on the track in the Jaguar behind us in the form of Adam Morgan. Behind him, Ashley Sutton in the Toyota MR2. Like I said, that little car really light on fuel and tyres, so he's made up many places from earlier on. But we are now chasing Mikey Doble for position number 1. This lap and the following lap, the only ones left in the race, so we've got our work cut out for us, getting ahead of that Maserati and holding off Adam Morgan, who's behind us in the Jaguar. If that lap time is anything to go by, he should be closing in on us very quickly. But here we come through the bend, chasing Mikey Doble, trying to get close enough to get the slipstream and then try to find a way past the Maserati, which is no easy task on the straights. The sections where there are lots of turns, that favours the four-wheel drive system of the Toyota Celica. But we're right next to him, right next to Mikey Doble. We get the pass done. He's going to fight for it round the turn into the start-finish straight, and Mikey Doble is right on our tail. Adam Morgan in third. We can't really see him, so he's a little bit further back on the track. But the battle is on between me and Mikey Doble for first position, taking the apex, drifting the car out wide up to the next turn, and the Maserati only a couple of car lengths behind us. We take the inside, so does he. Car all the way to the outside, using all the available track that we can to make sure that we make the track as straight as possible. Seeming to do quite a good job of it right now, with the Maserati still behind us, but certain sections he is absolutely, without any doubt, quicker. You can see him in the background there. And here we go, down the straight, coming up to the next sequence of turns, onto the brakes, try to get the apex. The Maserati closing the gap. It's going to be an exciting finish, because we are beyond the 30 minutes. We are beyond the 30 minutes of the race, which means whoever crosses the line first is going to be the winner. It looks like it's going to be the Toyota Celica. We have got at least 4 car lengths on Ashley Doble's Maserati. We just got to keep it clean now, drifting that car out a little bit wide, 2 wheels on the grass, coming down to the last couple of turns now, onto the rumble strips, and powering down onto the start-finish straight. There we go, we've got the victory. There's that flash of the lights. Man, what a race. At one stage I thought we were definitely not going to get it. Mikey Doble in the Maserati comes in second, Adam Morgan third in the Jaguar, Aaron Tyler Smith rolling in fourth in the Subaru, Andrew Watson behind him, then Ashley Sutton in sixth, Josh Cook in seventh, Chris Smiley in position number 8 in the BMW M2. So here are the final, this is the final lineup, or the finishing order of the race, I'd say, and obviously the starting order for our next race. So it's me in first, Mikey Doble in second, then Adam Morgan in third in the Jaguar, Aaron Tyler Smith in fourth in the Subaru, Andrew Watson in fifth in the Cayman, Ashley Sutton up many places in the MR2 into 6th. Josh Cook into 7th in the front-wheel drive Civic Type R. Chris Smiley in 8th in the M2. Sam Osborne 9th in the Mercedes AMG. Daryl DeLeon 10th in the Mustang GT. Daniel Rowbottom in the V40 Volvo is in 11th. 12th is Rob Huff in the Toyota Supra. Dan Camish in 13th in the GTR. Tom Chilton in 14th in the R33 Skyline. Aidan Moffat in 15th in the Giulia GTA. Nick Halstead in 16th in the V8 Vantage. He's moved up a couple of places. Tom Turkington in 17th in the Fair Lady Z. Tom Ingram, wow, he's down all the way down into 18th in the Porsche 911 GT3. I'm not sure what happened to him. He started off strong. Then we have Jake Hill in the S2000 in 19th, and finally running up the back of the field again is Dan Zelos in the Audi TTS Coupe. Well, that's about it for us for today, guys. We'll finish up with a short cinematic, but drive safely, take care. We'll see you next time.